Hello and welcome to another edition of ICFFE's series of videos on fire, or pyrosis metimus, if you want to get technical, which we do, because that's one of the main goals of this video program. Anyways, ICFFE of course stands for International Center for Fire Excellence. I'm your host, pyrologist and pyrotechnician, Dr. Dale Hedberg. I'm the Professor of Pyrogenics at the world-renowned Fire of the Sacred Heart College, or FSHC for short. Those are just some of the prestigious titles I hold in the blaze and fire industry. This is ICFFE's second Yule Log video program in as many years. Before we start observing and analyzing this beautiful pyrosis in earnest, let me just say, Merry Christmas. Okay, now that we finally have all the necessities out of the way, let's move on to the reason why we're here. This magnificent pyrosis metimus, or double FF10, if you will. Oh wow. Oh wow, flare up category 8. Flame vector quality is sharp. Very sharp. The cockloft here is rated for an OHI level of 13, so we have a lot of leeway to play with here, as long as there's no more deflagration, of course. Wonderful. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Wow. The Ventura effect is what's really inspiring to me in this blaze. Reminds me of when I was just a probie, young and full of ideas, so naive. I was even unaware of the difference between gaseous stoichiosis and gaseous stichiosis. So ignorant, so innocent. The fire triangle, which of course is oxygen, heat, and fuel, is, I'd say, in perfect harmony here within this fuel bed. You know, I actually call the fire triangle the fun triangle with my students at the world-renowned Fire of the Sacred Heart College. In fact, if the fire triangle is the right answer on one of my exam questions and they answer the fun triangle, I still give them the point. We have fun. FMP here is at a manageable level, of course, with the flanks being quite short. The fire front, of course, is where the OHI is the highest. The sling load is where it's the lowest. Flare up category 8 in the sling load there. Wow. This double FF10 is like my wife, sensuous and assertive. So spirited, very spirited. This is the true spirit of Christmas right here. These pyrophorbs, these are real. This is Christmas. This video program is brought to you by Maurice's Precision Firewood. Want to be inspired? Want to be mesmerized? Want to be warm? Start a fire with Maurice's Precision Firewood. I use Maurice's ash and pine and oak and teak and Amazon rosewood. The list is endless. Every type of fuel forb for every type of pyroforb I could ever want, and I want every last one. Maurice cares about fire, and if you care about fire, You have to have fuel that matches your passion. Thanks, Maurice. Wow. Oh, sharp fire fingers. Charming little hotspot there in the sling load. Wow. You don't normally see those, especially there. Very charming. Very charming. Deflagration is what's happening here. Yeah. Oh, flare up category 8 in the sling load. Wow. The main pyroforbs in this pyrosis is a enhanced exothermic reaction. That's essentially what it is. When I was fire warden for the FOO, we dealt with a lot of enhanced exothermic reactions. But then again, that we had backflow prevention measures. We had our burn index was a lot lower, and the buffer zones clearly were clearly a lot shorter than this fire. Sharp fire fingers. This pyrosis is almost exactly like the one we had when I was the CO for the ARFF in '89. It was enchanting then, and it's still enchanting now. Of course, we arranged the fuel forbs in a dead crosslay then, which is not in vogue whatsoever anymore, which is a shame. A lot less Anflo smolders nowadays. The burn index is modest for a fire this size, but the FMP is largely non-existent, which is quite odd. I wish the ERC was a little bit more intense, but when you have an EKUMC of this quantity in the fuel forbs, then it's harder to get to that level. So oh, sharp fire fingers there. Well, what an honor and a pleasure to sit here with you and talk fire. From all of us here at ICFFE, Merry Christmas to you and yours. And may fire bring you much joy and warmth this holiday season. Until next time, goodbye, and may your pyroforbs always burn brightly. Don't forget to follow me on the Facebook or on Twitter. I even have Instagrams and Snapchat.